Hello guys, welcome to the HTML crash course for beginners. In this video, we will learn about some basic HTML elements. My name is Kafui and welcome to my channel Mortdotdev. Please subscribe, like and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I release a content on the channel. With that said, let's get started. The first basic element we will look at is called the paragraph element. We use the paragraph element to surround text that we want to represent as a paragraph in HTML. So I'll just go ahead and do this for you to see. So I'll write the paragraph tag, then in between the opening and closing paragraph tag, I'll just say this is a paragraph and then save. Then I'll go to live server and then click on go live and open this in the browser and quickly put this side by side for you to see. So you can see this is a paragraph displayed in the browser. I've zoomed in. Let me zoom in more. Okay, I think this is good. So this is a paragraph. Now, one trick I want to show you in HTML is this. Let's say you want to generate a dummy text. We use the lorem to generate what? Dummy text. So just write lorem and then the number of words you want to generate. So let's say I want to generate 10 words. So just write 10 and press enter on keyboard. And you see that we generated what? 10 words or 10 random words. So I can just write lorem then 20 and press enter, and then I have generated what? 20 random words. So I'll be using that a lot. So I'll just go ahead, write another paragraph element, or then I'll write lorem, then I'll generate 10 random words. So you can see that the words are what? Displayed in the browser as what? A paragraph. So paragraph elements are block level elements. So they occupy the whole width of what? The HTML document. So when I go ahead and increase my browser length, you see that it goes across the page. Now the next element we'll look at is the heading element. We use the heading elements to define titles or headings that we want to be displayed in the body of the web page. There are 6 heading tags in HTML, ranging from H1, which is the largest, and down to H6, which is the smallest. So let's say you want to define titles or headings in your web page, you use what? The heading elements. So we know that we can define the title of the entire web page using the title tags, which is in the head element. So you can see that by this title we describe here will only appear in the browser tab. So when I come here and then change this to home page and save, and then let me enlarge this, you see that in my browser tab I have home page displayed over there. So that's the title of what? This web page. But let's say you want to define headings or titles that you want to appear in your web page, then that's when you use what? The H1 tag. So the first one is what? The H1. So this is heading 1. Then the second one is H2, which is heading 2. Let me just make this capital H quickly. Then down here we have H3, which is heading 3. We have H4. So you see that by the help of Emit, I'm getting auto completion. I don't have to manually write the opening and closing tag. I just write the name of the element like H5 and press enter, and then Emit auto complete it for me. And then finally H6, we have heading 6. Then I'll save. So when I save, you see our headings being displayed in the browser. So I don't have to come and manually reload because we are using live server. Live server will automatically reload our page for us as we save it in the text editor. So let me zoom out small. So you can see heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So heading 1 is normally of the largest size, or is the largest size. Then the sizes decreases as we go to what? The last one, which is what? Heading 6. So heading 6 is the smallest size. So this is how we use the HTML heading elements to declare titles or headings in our what? Web page. So this will be displayed in a web page but not in the browser tab as like the title tag. So the next element we'll look at is what? The break element, which produces a line break in a text. So let's say down here I'll just declare a paragraph and I'll use lorem of what? 20. So to generate 20. So this paragraph down here. Now in case when I enlarge my browser, you see that the text goes across the page. So let's say at this full stop here, I want this word here, I don't know which word is this, yeah, random word, I want this word here to come to the next line. So I will come here in the text, this is it. So I'll just write the BR tag quickly. So this is what we refer to as what the break element. So it will break the text to what the next line. So this is the break element, or the BR tag, and it is a self-closing element. So it doesn't have an opening and closing tag. It is what a self-closing element. And when we come to our browser, you see that this word is now, this line of words is now sent to what the next line. So that's how we can use what the break element. The next one I want us to talk about is the horizontal rule element, or the HR element. So the HTML horizontal rule draws a horizontal line across the page. So we can use the HR element to draw what a horizontal line across the page, and it goes like this. So I'll just come down here and write HR, and then press enter and save. And when I come down here, I don't know, let me just zoom in and scroll down for you to see this, so that you see this. So you can see that we have a horizontal line that goes across the page. So I'll just go below this line and then generate another paragraph of words. So you see that we have this horizontal line that divides this top paragraph from what this down paragraph. So that's how we can use the horizontal or the HR element. The next element we'll talk about is the EM, or the emphasis element. So we use the emphasis element to italize a text. So I'll just come to this paragraph, and then this lorem out here, this lorem. Okay, now let me use these headings as an example. So you see how the heading 1 element is being displayed. So the content in the heading 1 element, I'll surround it with what the EM element, or the emphasis element. So when I save, you see that it is now what italicized. So this is the EM, or the emphasis element, that is used to what italize or show emphasis to what a text. The next one we'll talk about is what the strong element. The strong element boldens a text, or it is used to represent a text that we want to stand out. So let's say we want a text to stand out, or we want to bolden a piece of text, we can use what the strong element. So I'll just come down here and then wrap this content in this down paragraph here, wrap the content in the strong element. So strong element, and then put the content there. So when I save, you see that the text is now what bolding. So you should know that in HTML we can next one element in what another. So you see that this text is now what bolding as compared to this normal paragraph element. So that is it about some basic HTML elements. The next thing I want us to talk about is what comments. In HTML, a comment is a piece of text that we write in our code that is not displayed by the browser. Now what this means is that when writing our code, we can put little pieces of note in our code that will serve as what a notice to we developers or anybody that is reading the code, but it will not be displayed as in the browser for our users, or for end users of the browser or of the web page. So in order to declare comment in HTML, we use the angle bracket, then exclamation dash, and you see that VS Code or Emmet gives me auto completion. So in order to write my comment, I'm going to write my comment at where the cursor is. So I'll just put a notice here, write comment here, and then save. So when I save that, you see, so at the top of our body, let's go to the top, this paragraph, you cannot see anything displayed there as write comment here, and even you can see that our text editor grays this piece of line out for us. So this will just serve as what a piece of note. So my comment can be like, okay, this is a paragraph element, and then I'll save. So just a piece of note that is helpful to we developers or anybody that will be reading the code. So that is how we can write comments in HTML. Or better still, let's say I've written a code, but let's say I want to review the code or the piece of code later on, I can comment it out. So I can comment this first paragraph here. This is a paragraph. So you see that right now it is displayed in the web page. So I'll just come to the beginning, all right, angle bracket, exclamation, dash dash, and then here I'll bring another dash dash and then angle bracket again. And when I save, you see that now it is also grayed out, and you see that it has been removed out of what, the web page, or it is no longer part of what, our web page. It is being commented out. So later on I can comment it in. So the shortcut to comment out a piece of code or to write a comment in VS Code is what, control plus forward slash, control plus forward slash. So I can just highlight the whole of this paragraph and use control plus forward slash, and then when I save, it is being commented out and it is no longer displayed in the web page for us to see. So that's all for this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section for discussion. Please subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I release a video on the channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.